Awesome, beautiful. And we will start in a easy pose. In an easy pose, you can sit on a block, crisscross applesauce, sitting up nice and tall. Let's bring our fingertips to our shoulders, nice and softly, and then begin to roll the shoulders backwards. You can close your eyes here if you like, and let your head just organically move up and down, or maybe it wants to stay stationary. Just allow it to find its comfortable place. Sometimes I like to just let it move a little bit when I do this. And then change the direction, going forward. And then let the hands come down to your lap, either palms up or down, eyes are closed, and feel the sensation in your shoulders and your elbows and your fingers. Bringing your attention to the inflow of the breath through your nostrils, and then the exhale. And noticing the qualities of the air as it goes in through your nose, down the palate, down your throat, into your diaphragm. And noticing the sensation of your body as you exhale. Feeling a gentle expansion and widening of the skin as you inhale. And as you exhale, a contraction. And enjoying this nice, very gentle massage for your lungs, your belly. Enjoying this gentle movement. And then gently opening the eyes. Let's interlace our hands in front and then flip the palms out. Arms are long and strong. Inhale the arms all the way up. Breathe here. Exhale. Reach the palms of your hands up to the sky. Lower back in. Crescent a little to one side. You can look up under your arm if that feels okay for your neck. Inhale all the way up, and then exhale, crescent to the other side. Look up under your arm. Inhale all the way up. As you exhale, lower the left hand and let that right arm crescent over to the side. So your left elbow is bent. Press the right glute down into the ground. Feel that beautiful opening in the right side. Inhale, come all the way up. Right hand comes down, left arm comes up. Palm of the left hand facing the ground. Use the right hand to press that left hip down. And then let's flow from side to side at a speed that feels just right for you. You might want to linger in one place, enjoying that stretch. You might feel a little bit more of an opening and it feels so good you can stay there. Or you might decide to move a little more quickly, just depending on what's going on with you. The next time the left hand comes down and the right arm is over, stay here. Now look down at the knee, at the ground. And then turn your right shoulder down. So your right shoulder is down. Now imagine you have a big wooden spoon in your right hand and you're going to stir a big pot of honey right in front of you. And this is a really gentle, my new favorite shoulder opener. Very effective. And you kind of play with the elbow. You can bend it, straighten it. Where you bend the elbow, you'll feel it differently. And then you can even let your wrist move, turning your fist in and then out. Change the direction, stir in a different way. So excited for Jess. I don't want any more kids, but I loved being pregnant. Okay, come up nice and tall. And then let's twist to the right. Right hand comes behind, left hand over that right thigh. Inhale up through the spine, through the crown. Exhale, gently twisting the belly to the right. Let your head be loose here, not over twisting the neck. Breathe here, feel the belly fill up. Keep the belly nice and soft. Feel the breath coming up into the chest. And if you're congested or you're not feeling so well, maybe softening the breath, not taking your deepest inhales. And then let's face forward again. And then bring your right arm back up. And then we're going to continue to do that same thing on the other side. So we're going to go from side to side, and you might feel a little bit more open. The hand that's on the ground, the elbow might bend a little bit more. The next time that right hand is on the ground, keep that left arm over the ear. Use that right hand to press that left hip down. Feel that stretch. Look down at that right knee, down towards the ground. Turn that left shoulder down, grab your big wooden spoon, stir the pot of honey, scraping it off the edges of a big pot right in front of you. Enough for a big family reunion. Let your wrist bend in and out. Playing with the bend of the elbow, the shoulder. Change the direction. Nice. And then come all the way up, sitting nice and tall, and then twist all the way to the left. Right hand over that left leg, left hand behind, roll the left shoulder back, lower back in. Inhale up through the crown, exhale gently, twisting the belly, turning the belly towards the left. Let your elbows be soft here. So it's not a massive gripping of the legs. Soften the hands, the elbows, even soften the shoulders, the face, softening the eyelids. Feel the eyes, the top eyelid is resting gently on the bottom eyelid. Come all the way back to center. Take your fingers and let's just tap. Loosen up any congestion in your chest, the shoulders, back. We're going to uncross our legs in a second. I realize we're in this position for a while. Tap. Give it a nice thump. Go all the way down the center, to the sides, back up to the top. Your forehead, wake it up. Wake up that brain. Top of the head, top of the scalp, behind. And then come to a stop. Really nice. And then bring your hands behind you. You can uncross your legs. Let your knees bounce up and down. I'm going to turn to the side. You stay right there. Just coming into reverse tabletop. So bend your knees, feet are flat on the ground. Your hands are a little behind your shoulders, roll the shoulders back, and then lift your sacrum up to the sky. Look down at your belly. Lift it up. You can look up at the sky. Don't let your head hang back. Just look up at the sky. Nice. Lower the hips down. Cross your ankles, and let's roll over onto our hands and knees into tabletop. Have your blocks ready at the top of the mat. Fingers are spread nice and wide. And let's come into a few cat-cows, gently flowing back and forth as you push the ground away, chin to chest, belly button comes up towards the sky. Belly releases, tailbone tips up, look straight ahead. Flowing back and forth. And let's take a neutral spine here. Draw your belly button up, stretch that right leg back, lift the right leg up, right hip down, flex the right foot, spread the toes, left arm out. Thumb is up like you're shaking somebody's hand. Reach through the fingers, reach out through that back heel, reach in opposition, belly button up towards the sky. Chin is just tucked in just a little bit, keeping the back of that neck nice and open. And then place that left hand down on the ground under your shoulder. Cross that right leg over the left. Toes are down, facing forward. They're tucked. And then walk the right fingertips all the way out in front of your shoulder. Peel that right hip back. Peel the right hip back. Feel that right side opening up. So you can stay here, or if you'd like to increase the stretch, walk the right hand to the left, past your left hand, look over the left shoulder. Breathe into the right rib cage. Feel the space being created. Big inhales if that's comfortable for you, and long exhales. Bring your right hand back underneath the shoulder. Lift up that right leg and step that right hand, the right foot right outside that right hand, and give your hips a wiggle from side to side. And then just check to make sure that the right knee is directly over the foot and your left hip is directly over your knee. So you have two right angles. Hands are inside your foot. Let's take two cat-cows here. It's a little bit tricky, but I kind of like to open it up, stretch it out a little this way. Two cat-cows. Now, begin to walk your right hand straight out in front of your shoulder, and then the left straight out. Some people might enjoy being on blocks here. It's a big opening for the inside of your leg, so you can always use blocks if that feels better. If you want more of a stretch, you just walk the hands out even further. Let the head descend down between your arms. You can knock your ears in between the arms. Keep reaching your hips back. Press the inside of that right foot down. If you want more, lower your left elbow to the ground, your left forearm, and then the right. And if you do that and you decide that's too much, then just straighten your arms. You can also lower your forearms on blocks. Breathe here. And then straightening your arms. Tuck the back toe, lift that back knee. You can kind of wiggle your left foot back a little bit. Right arm comes up, easy twist. Reach that right arm up, roll the right shoulder back. Lay your belly back. Feel that arm stretching, your chest stretching. So good, right hand comes all the way down. Lower that left knee, return that right knee back. Wiggle your hips from side to side. Let's do 2 cat-cows here. Neutral spine, belly up towards the sky. Now stretch that left leg back. Lift the left leg up, flex your foot, spread your toes, and then reach the right arm out by the ear, thumb up, palm facing the side. Extend through the heel, extend through the fingers. Feel your balance, your strength. Very good. Bring your right hand back down to the ground and then cross that left foot over the right, toes tucked forward. Nice. And then walk your left fingertips straight out for your shoulder. Peel the left hip back. Looking good. Peel that left hip back. Walk the left fingertips forward. Feel that left side opening, and you can feel that right side cinching. And then you can cross that left hand over to the right. Look over that right shoulder. Check out that back heel. Make sure the heel is up and not collapsing towards the midline. Mindfully breathing into the left rib cage. And then the left hand comes back under your shoulder. Uncross that left foot, step it outside the left hand. Give your hips a wiggle. You might need to escort that foot up front. Sometimes it's hard to step it out there. And then once you straighten yourself out, 2 cat-cows in this little stance we have going on here. Now, tailbone back, crown of the head forward, and then walk your right hand straight out. Press your fingertips into the ground, walk the left fingertips down, tailbone back, head descends between the arms if possible. You might be up on blocks. It helps to be up on blocks. If you want more flex, if you want more of a challenge, you have your fingers down, but never overdoing it. Just what feels best for you. What's the best kind of stretch for you at this moment? Maybe lowering your right elbow down and the left. And the left is where it gets a little bit juicier. Let the head go, breathe. Keep the entire left foot on the ground. And then look straight ahead, straightening your hands, tuck the back toes, lift that back knee and wiggle that right foot back. Feel the back of that knee opening up towards the sky. Left arm comes up, looking at the side, reach that left arm up, roll the left shoulder back, feel your belly turning up towards the sky. Lay the back of your head back. Keep looking up towards the sky. Beautiful, left hand comes down. Let's step that left leg back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your legs. Feet are hips distance. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Really bending one knee, straightening the other. And then straightening it up. Press the thumbs and the index fingers strongly down to the ground. Feel your heart pressing towards the back of the mat, tailbone up. Come to a plank, shoulders over wrists. Push it back, downward facing dog. Heart reaching towards the back. Let's do that 3 times. Inhale, plank. Lift the hips up, exhale, dog. Inhale, plank. Hips up, exhale, dog. Last time, inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. Stay here. Take a deep inhale through the nose, exhale loudly through the mouth. One more time. Everybody, inhale up on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees deeply. Inhale, push the hips back. Exhale, straighten the legs. 2 more times. Inhale, up on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees deeply. Inhale, push your hips back. Exhale, straighten the legs. Last time. Inhale, up on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees deeply. Inhale, push your hips back. Exhale, straighten the legs.
Come back to a plank, shoulders over wrists, lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, press the toenails down. 3 baby cobras, press the toenails down. Inhale, lift the hands up, chest up. Exhale, lower everything down. Inhale, lift the hands up, chest up, looking in front of the mat. Exhale, lower. Last time, inhale, up. Exhale, all the way down. Left ear to the mat, left arm out to the side, palm is down. Roll over onto that left hip. If your left shoulder, it does not like this, lower the left arm closer to the ground or closer to your body. Bend that right knee, turn up towards the sky, and then place your foot behind you. Feel that stretch in your chest. Walk your right hand in closer to your chest. You can stay here, or if you'd like to interlace your hands behind you, you can do that. Breathe here. Feel a stretch in the armpits. Let that top knee flop backwards. And then release that, straighten your right leg, roll onto your belly, right ear on the ground, right arm onto straight out, right palm on the ground. Stack that left hip on top of the right, left leg comes behind, bend the knee, turn it up towards the sky, and place that foot behind you. Settle in here, enjoying the stretch. Coming back to your breath. Feeling how the belly increases, inflates, the chest inflates with each inhale, and as you exhale, feel that contraction. And then release, come back to your belly. Hands under your shoulders, push back onto hands and knees, tuck your toes, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Let's lift the right leg all the way up to the sky. Look at the top of the mat, and then step that foot in between your hands. Give the hips a little wiggle. You can grab your blocks if you like and put them right underneath your hands. So hands are underneath your shoulders. You can use your blocks here if you know that your legs might be a little bit not quite ready for a full stretch. Begin to straighten your legs, folding over the leg, and then rebend that right leg, looking in front of the mat. And then continue straightening and bend. You might need to raise the blocks even higher as you bend and straighten. You might decide you don't need the blocks at all. Your palms could be flat or your fingertips. The next time you bend that right knee, bring your right hand inside that right foot, heel toe your right foot to the right. Keep your feet and your legs exactly where they are. Walk your hands to the left. So the more you walk your hands to the left towards your back foot, the more you'll feel this. And then begin to walk your hands more out front of your shoulders. Push your butt back. Feel that big stretch in the right side body. Turn your left hip down. Keep that right knee bending. And then walk your hands forward. Right arm comes over that right leg. You can hoist your belly up and over that leg. Left hand comes to the right, twisting to the right. Beautiful. Bring your hands back around that front foot. Now lower that left knee. Arms come up, Anjaneyasana. You can push your front foot down to lift your back up. And if your lower back feels fabulous, you can let the hips descend for a full Anjaneyasana. If there's any crunchiness in your lower back, just simply press your front foot down and feel the lift in your lower back. If it feels good for you, you can let the hips descend. Breathe here. Turn your pinkies in, lift your heart up, smile. It's gonna be a beautiful Saturday. So good, bring your hands back down, tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, step it back, downward facing dog. Really nice. Come to a plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Reach your arms back. And now full locust. Lift your legs up, lift your arms up. You're looking in front of the mat, a few feet in front of you. Tuck your chin in just a little bit to keep that neck nice and long. Ride the wave of your breath. Feel how your body responds to the inhales and exhales. Keep the legs up, keep your chest up, arms out to the side, palms down for airplane. And then arms in front, palms facing each other, Superman. And lower everything down. Let your hips wiggle from side to side. Bring your hands right under your shoulders, push back to hands and knees. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Left leg comes up. Look at the top of the mat and step that left foot in between your hands. You can use your left hand to help that foot get there. You might want blocks here, right underneath your shoulders, and then begin to lift the hips up, folding over your leg. And you might not be anywhere near your leg. You might be way up on top. You might be able to fold down. Everybody's going to be different. Just enjoying this hip stretch, knee opener. The next time you bend that left knee, bring your left hand inside that left foot, heel toe left foot towards the left. Keep your legs and feet exactly the way they are. Walk your hands to the right towards the back of the mat. Push your hips back. Walk your hands more in front. Push your hips back. Let the head descend between the arms if that feels good. You can back off if it's too much. Turn the right hip down. Walk the hands forward. And then left arm comes over the leg, belly over the leg, and right hand comes over, twisting towards the left. Really nice. Bring your hands back, flanking that left foot. Lower that right knee, Anjaneyasana. Reach the arms up. You can press your front foot down, lift your back up, check it out, see how you feel, and then maybe let the hips descend. Reach the arms up. This time, bring your hands down. Let's interlace the hands the weird way behind you. So the weird way, roll your shoulders back, reach your knuckles down your legs, and look up at the sky if that feels okay. Look straight ahead, and then bring your hands all the way down. Tuck the back toes, lift that back knee. Begin to rock forward and back, like you're gonna start to race. A running race, and then bring your right foot forward. Feet a little wider than hips distance. Hold opposite elbows. You're now in a forward fold. You can swing a little. Knees are bent. Belly's on your thighs. Then place your hands down, right hand in front of right foot, left hand in front of left foot. Be on your fingertips. Your feet are a little wider than hips distance. Begin to bend the right knee, straightening the left. And then bend the left knee, straighten the right. So you're shifting your weight as you go from side to side. Keep that right knee bending. Left leg is straight, right knee is bending, and then reach that left arm up. Feel the belly turning up towards the sky. Tailbone back, crown of the head forward. Left hand comes down. Bend the left knee a lot. Straighten the right leg. Right arm comes up. Turn that belly up to the sky. Right hand comes down. Bend both knees. Bring your right hand on your hip and your left hand on your hip, and with a flat back, keep the back flat. Draw the elbows closer together and come all the way up with a flat back, keeping your back nice and strong. Heel toe the feet, hips distance, close your eyes. Right hand on your heart, left hand below the belly. Breathe and feel. I am balanced. I am healthy. I am flexible. Open the eyes. Release your hands, walk towards the top of the mat, and from here we'll come into tree. So find a spot to focus on. Raise your right leg up, and you can hoist that leg all the way up, or just let that toe balance on the ground with the foot resting against your ankle. In one spot, keeping the eyes, shoulders, hands resting against each other. Let's reach the arms up. 3 more breaths here. Bring your hands back to prayer. From here, let's shoot right into warrior 3. So the right leg is going to come behind you. Bring your arms back. Shoulders are parallel to the ground. Keep that right leg up. Arms are by your sides. Palms are up. Tuck your chin in. Put that right leg up. Roll the inside of that right leg up towards the ceiling. Imagining you're balancing a tray of burritos. Take a giant step to the back of the mat. Arms come up, high lunge. And then let's straighten that front leg. Let's turn to the side. So turn your right foot to the side, left foot to the side. And then turn your right toes to the back of the mat and warrior 2 to the back of the mat. Check out heel to heel alignment. Shoulders are down. Warrior 2 to the back of the mat. Tuck that right hip under. Make sure you can see your big toe. Flip the right palm, reverse it. Left hand slides down your leg. Reach that right arm up. A reverse warrior. Come back to warrior 2. Straighten that right leg. Let's triangle to the back of the mat. Imagine you're reaching that right arm all the way out onto a table, and then lower that right hand down to your leg. Left hand on your hip, roll that left shoulder back. Then the left arm comes up. You can bring your hand down to the ground if that feels good, or you can rest your hand on the leg or on a block. Breathe here. Back of the head back. If it feels okay, turn your chin up towards that shoulder. If it doesn't feel good, just look straight ahead in the same direction as your belly button. Left arm comes back, down, in front, and up. 2 more times. Really nice. Bring your left hand down to the ground. Bring your right hand inside that foot. Turn your toes, the right toes to the left. So now you're in a wide open V. Bring your hands on your hips, shoulders away from ears, squeeze the elbows together, come all the way up with the flat back. Interlace your hands behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Reach your knuckles down. A little back bend, look up at the sky. Inhale. Exhale with a flat back. Reach your knuckles back. Forward fold. Reach the knuckles up. If this is not good for your shoulders, you can hold opposite elbows. You can hold a strap, or you can just keep your hands on your hips. Eventually, hands come back down to your lower back, let the elbows bend, and then bring your hands down to the ground under the shoulders. Still let the crown of the head come down to the ground. If it's comfortable, you can walk your hands through your legs. Palms are on the ground. Let the head come down towards the ground. It might be resting on a block or the ground. And then bring your hands back under your shoulders. Straighten your arms. Walk your hands, turn your feet towards the front of the mat. Bend your front leg, both feet facing forward, and step that back foot up to the left. Bend your knees, arms are out to the sides, come all the way up to standing, straightening your arms overhead, hook your thumbs together, crescent to the right. Inhale up, crescent to the left. Inhale all the way up, hands to prayer. Down to your heart, let the prayer rest against your sternum. Breathe here. Take a few breaths. Lift up all 10 toes, rocking on the heels. Feel the kneecaps lift. Lower the toes. Lift the heels up for a moment. Lower the heels. Find a spot to focus on. And then lift your left leg up whenever you're ready. Coming into tree on the other side. And feel the difference. One side versus the other. Raise the arms up. Three more breaths here. Bring your hands back down. Coming into warrior three. Left leg comes back, arms are back. Take your time. Shoot that left leg back. Roll the inside of the left leg up towards the sky, keeping the hips level. Tuck the chin in a little bit. Raise the back of your head up towards the sky. Lift the leg up a little higher. Reach the fingers back. Feel your strong triceps here. Bend your standing leg. Take a giant step to the back of the mat. Arms up, high lunge. Hip, left hip forward, right hip back. Reach the arms up. So good, straighten your legs. Turn your feet to the left. And then turn that left foot to the back of the mat. Line up. Warrior two to the back of the mat. Arms past the sides. You might need to set a little bit more. Check out heel to heel. Bend that left knee. Make sure you can see your big toe. Soft, focused, graceful warrior. Tuck that left hip under. Keep that right pinky on the ground. Flip the left palm, reverse it. Right hand slides down your leg. Reach that left arm up and over the ear. Come back to warrior two. That triangle, reach that left arm out and down towards your leg or onto the ground or block. Right arm up. You can look, tuck your chin in towards your shoulder. Reach the right arm back, down in front and up 2 more times. Back to your triangle, Trikonasana. Look down at the ground, right hand comes down, left hand comes inside that left foot. Turn that left foot to the right, and then keep walking your hands, turn your feet towards the front of the mat. Bend your right knee. Let's step that right foot back, plank. Right foot back for plank. belly up and in. Shoulders over wrists. Lower the knees. Untuck the toes. Come down to your belly. Separate your legs. One last power pose, and that's it. Bend your knees. Reach around and grab your ankles. If you can't grab your ankles, you can just come up into cobra with your knees bent. If you can grab the ankles, go for it. Roll the shoulders back and lift the feet up, looking straight ahead. Tuck your chin in a little bit. Bow. Feel the stretch in the thighs. So good. Lower everything down. Beautiful. Release your legs. Left ear on the ground. Wiggle the hips back and forth. And turn your head. Right ear on the ground. From here, you can bring your head back on the ground and let's roll over onto our back. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Hug the knees, right hand on right knee, left hand on left knee. Separate the knees, circling the knees out. Tuck your chin in a little bit. Change the direction. Keep the knees separated, flex your feet. Coming into happy baby, holding over the toes. You might need a strap if you can't comfortably hold over the toes. The strap could go right over your feet and holding the straps in either hand, or if this is okay, elbows are soft, fingers are soft. Reach your tailbone down towards the end of the mat. Feel that nice length in your back. Breathing here. You can rock from side to side. And steady it up. Hold the big toes with your peace fingers. Stretch the legs out to the sides, feeling that stretch in your legs. And then bring your knees together. Hug the knees tightly with that right arm, left arm out to the side, and let the knees roll to the right. Left shoulder relaxes down to the ground. Let the head roll to the left, and then to the right. And then let the head find a neutral, comfortable position. Feel that left shoulder softening down towards the ground. It's okay if it's hovering. Feel your belly moving with your breath. Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Continue here. And if you find that your breath is faster than the count that I gave, you can adjust the count, trying to
Even out your inhales and exhales. After your next exhale, lift that left knee up to the sky, and then the right knee. Give the knees a hug. And then hug the knees with the left arm, right arm comes out to the side, palm faces up, and roll all the way up and over to that left hip. Let your head roll to the right, and then the left. And then coming back to center, tuck your chin in to the right shoulder, gravitating down towards the earth. Feel a soft curl of your fingers. Feel the muscles softening in your face. And notice how your breath is slowed down. And now experimenting. Inhaling for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. That's called a box breath. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and continue. And if the box breath doesn't work for you, that's okay. It's returning to the feeling of the inhaling and the exhaling. After your next exhale, lift that right knee up and left knee up. Give your knees a hug, bring your head to your knees and squeeze. Make a tight ball, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then release everything out into Shavasana. Making yourself comfortable. If you'd like a blanket, you can use a blanket. Let your hands rest comfortably out to the sides. As you're lying here, without moving your fingers or your hands at all, feeling the life inside of your hands. Maybe it's a tingling or heat. If you didn't know where your hands were, if you could feel them. And without wiggling your feet or your toes at all, can you feel the arches of your feet? If you couldn't see them, if you couldn't move them, how would you know where they were? Can you feel the circulation, the activity, the life in the arches of your feet? Can you feel your toes without wiggling or moving? The insides of the toes. Can you feel your shins? Just by bringing your attention to the shins, you may be able to feel the pulsation. It's easiest to feel it in your fingers and your feet. Feel the life in the calves. Behind your knees. The tops of your knees. Focusing your attention on the tops of your thighs. Not moving any muscles, just thinking of that body part. Behind the thighs, the hamstrings. Your hips. Your belly. Bringing your attention to your ribs, and in particular, the sides of your ribs. Sensing how they float as you inhale and exhale. Can you visualize your lungs increasing in size as you deepen your inhales and exhales? A gentle contraction and expansion. Your shoulders. Any sensation in the shoulders. Your biceps. Triceps. Your wrists. your throat, your chin, your cheeks, your smooth forehead, the outermost layer of your skin. As you breathe, just feeling that very gentle give and take of your skin as you breathe. And gently beginning to deepen your breath and wiggle your fingers and your toes. And stretch your arms overhead for one last full body stretch. Bending your knees. When you're ready, rolling over onto one side, take 3 breaths. And then when you're ready, pushing yourself up to a comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed, hands come to prayer. Raise your prayer up to the Ajna chakra, the place between your eyebrows and slightly above, pressing there. Bowing down to your very own heart in deepest gratitude for the healing gift of yoga and the joy and peace it brings to your entire body, mind, and soul every time you practice. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you guys. Have a great weekend.